Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome to Total War Warhammer 3. As part of my kind of sort of Warhammer Skulls slash like just Warhammer week. I don't know, I wanted to play all the Warhammer games I haven't played in a while. And I've always been one of those people kind of on the outside of the window looking in to Total War Warhammer, but I've never put the time and effort to like learn it. I tried Total War Warhammer 2, but unfortunately it did not run well on the computer that I had at the time. And so I just kind of bounced off of it. But now I've got a really good computer, so we're actually going to give this a shot. I played part of the prologue. I think I know mostly what I'm doing. There's a lot of nuance that I'm going to miss, and that's entirely okay. It says, unique story-driven experiences in a focus setting. So would I actually be able to select my faction for that? No. Nope. Yeah, because the Lost God is like a very linear story-based thing. Realm of Chaos might be a little bit more story-based for specific characters and factions. I think Immortal Empires is just a full sandbox, so I guess that's where we're going to dive into. Who do I play as, though? You know what? I'm always a sucker for dwarves in games. Like, on a personal level, I don't actually play any of these factions in Warhammer. I'm the Stormcast guy, and, like, the closest I can get to that is, like, this guy, and I don't even know if he has anything to do with, Stormcast. He just has a golden face. Which, I do actually like the idea of just having Goldman, but I know nothing about him, and also, I don't know, humans are boring. So instead, I'm supposed to hit the change race button at the top. So I think instead, yeah, like, we have the Beastmen, the Bretonnia, Chaos Dwarves, a lot of factions, because Total War, Warhammer 1, 2, and 3 have all kind of combined into one game, so you can play all the factions between them. I have a lot of them unlocked, just because I'm a sucker for, you know, wanting to play all of these, and it's like, oh, but, you know, Shell and I might want to play the Wood Elves or the Tomb Kings. I don't think any of us are going to play the Beastmen. And I think the Chaos Dwarves is new, so I'm not going to touch them either. Either way, I think I'm just going to roll Dwarves, and I'm just going to split. So we've got this guy, High King, Thorgrim continues his Age of Reckoning. Press those unanswered. I like his Palanquin and Book, but we could do better than that. So I think this guy's a classic Slayer, yeah? Yep, definitely classic Slayer. Pretty standard Dwarven Lord. Nice big armor. Oh, Carrick 8 peaks. So I think this guy, yeah, upkeep is higher until he recaptures a specific settlement, which I actually think is neat.
You have my axe.
This guy looks special. I originally was hoping he'd be a wizard, but I guess an axe wizard works. And then we also have this guy who's very funny. He's got a big palanquin and an anvil chair. What a lazy man. You know, I'm actually going to go for Belgar. The fact that Carrick 8 peaks is like a specific goal just sounds kind of fun. And we'll just see the rest of this and how it goes. I truly, like, don't know too much about this game. I played just enough of the tutorial to know kind of what I'm doing. And beyond that, this is going to be a learning experience, and that's fine. Mostly I just want to see how the game goes and what it's like without the, like, linear narrative of the prologue. At some point, I'd also, like, maybe poke around to the multiplayer, see if Shell and I can do a comp stomp. Because I could see that being fun. I've said in a couple of videos, but yeah, we've gotten into Warhammer ourselves, mostly for Age of Sigmar. Haven't tried Warhammer Fantasy yet. I don't think we ever will. But Sigmar is kind of like this, but more fantasy, which is nice for us.
Long have I fought and suffered for my people.
Okay, so how they play: recapture the settlement of Carrick 8 Peaks to benefit from its unique landmark buildings and enable a campaign victory. Make use of Clan Angrun's unique ancestor heroes to aid on your campaign. Defeat enemy armies and settlements to earn settled grudges to gain benefits for each Age of Reckoning. The aid of fellow dwarf factions complete legendary grudge objectives combined with the Book of Grudges in return for powerful rewards. You use Oath Gold earned throughout your campaign to craft powerful weapons and items in the forge, and use the Underway stance to avoid obstacles in the campaign map. Learn more about dwarves here. Oh boy. Okay. Book of Grudges. That's fascinating. Okay. This is going to take some doing. So engage the enemy. Defeat an enemy belonging to Broken Nose faction in battle. Our enemies gather to strike against us. Attack first and deny them the opportunity to reach full strength. Left click the army, right click the... Okay, cool. So, I'm going to look around for a hot second. Seems like we've got a pretty chunky army. I don't know if this is one of... Oh, yeah. I think this is saying your minor settlement. So I can take a look at this. We can potentially build some upgrades for this. If we want to. Unlocks hero recruitment Thane, recruitment of quarrelers, and great weapons. It would cost me some money. Clan barracks. We also have... I actually don't know full of these. Oh, Carrick Roofdar. But they are currently at war. Oh, I see. So it's that location, and then Carrick Izor. And so these are all the vaults. So what else do we have here? Because I'm just going to be looking at things for a moment. Might as well grab Way of the Guilds for now. Diplomatic relations plus 10 with dwarves versus speed for infantry units. Actually, you know, let's go for that. I think I'm going to be fighting a bunch of things, and I don't know how many dwarves I'm going to be interacting with. Let's see. Great Book of Grudges. This is fun. Playing as the dwarves, Great Book of Grudges panel allows you to browse your most important grudge objectives. Unique rewards for your grudge settling. The book has 3 tabs containing legendary grudge objectives. Legendary lords, confederate... Okay, cool. All the objectives. So, multiple legendary grudges available. Oh boy. A legendary lord allows you to confederate renowned dwarf lords once you've settled a number more grudges than them. Huh. So you're kind of competing to outgrudge them. That's funny. And unique units that are added to your list of mercenaries as each Age of Reckoning is completed. Okay. I'm only partially going to understand all of this, but that's okay. So destroy the factions. Ensure the dwarf factions control these settlements. Oh, so each of these pages is a completely different one. So we have Retake the Realms. We have Final War of Vengeance. Alright, some of these are going to be easier than others, and I'm not going to think too hard about them until we're a little further in. What else do we have access to? Diplomacy. So we know Carrick Hearn, Trade Attitude, and it seems like they're all improving. We also have Bretonia, and then we have a bunch of people that we don't care about. I mean, maybe I'll try and be nice to the Wood Elves. Maybe. Alright, let's close out of that. What else do we have in the area? That was Diplomacy. These are objectives. So objectives. Immediate threat. Win 2 battles against Broken Nose faction. Capture and occupy Carrick 8 Peaks. 4 battles against Crooked Moon. 5 battles against Clan Moors, and defeat an army belonging to this faction. And that'll all give me money. Cool. Alright, well, barring anything else, let's take a look at my army. Now, I do have, yeah, a decent amount of these ghost armies. I'm gonna do a very quick save, just because I'm very liable to blow myself up here, and not know what I'm doing. So the big question is, okay, training. Action cannot fall. Interesting.
The runes are ready.
Scouting. Can I just mash all of these in here? I mean, it looks like all the dwarves can just pile in. Some more training. And mobility. Okay, so now we've got all of my units piled into one army. Let's go fight this guy. Is this the correct choice? I don't know. But that's okay.
Carefully. The enemy are close. Blood will be spilled.
I mean, it looks like I'm wildly outnumbering him. Doesn't matter. I don't actually know if my army is stronger, but at least I outnumber him. Casualties low, decisive victory. All right, that sounds good to me. And yes, I recognize that I'm wearing definitely not Warhammer Fantasy armor here, but you know what? This is the best I've got at the moment. I do actually have a dwarf illustration that I could probably adapt, but that would take a while. Okay, so we were up against Broken Nose. They look like just orcs, greenskins. I don't actually know any of their, like, unique faction benefits.
Greatness in battle may only be reached through rigorous training. Even
Okay.
the most skillful of generals must practice their craft.
So, I'm pretty sure this is just a basic video tutorial.
Battles are fought between
Yep. Okay. More or less know that. Yeah. So I already did the tutorial for this part.
The terrain conceals the enemy's movements, Commander. We must be wary.
Okay. So, yeah, hills are going to block line of sight. If I want to be silly, let's take a look. Oh, they are actually going. Game's already started. You know, honestly, all things considered, that's okay.
Move now!
Let's bring my guys over. Force these guys to kind of go around. We mostly just don't want them to surround me. And so I want to move over here as hard as I possibly can. And screw it, they're just coming after me. Because yeah, it looks like I've got a bunch of crossbowmen. I'm going to bring these guys back here. I just don't want these wolf riders to hit my archers. Oh wait, what? I didn't notice I had that group there. Yeah, this is why I want to have my hammer, at least a couple of hammermen kind of in this area. Some of them are also retreating. We don't really want to lose too many on that one. I'm going to pull these guys back a little bit. Mostly, I just do not want to... I just don't want my ranged units to be exposed to a melee counterattack. Okay, this set's going pretty bad. These guys are just doing circles, which is perfect for me. As long as they're just kind of stuck, we're in a good spot. Now, it does feel like my guys are piling in maybe a little too hard here. I'm going to move these guys over if I can. Other thing I should consider is... I can boost my dudes, maybe. Are they actually? They're currently trying. But I don't think it's working on them. And yeah, I should probably move these melee guys back in. We've functionally messed them up. Okay, now did these guys have special abilities? They all do. That's probably bad. Okay, let's just pile in here. Who's left? This guy. Kill the hell out of him. Everybody else is retreated, but this one guy, I guess their two champions are very committed. Yeah, I should have used those a while ago. Alright, there we go. Yeah, we didn't take too much damage. That's probably good. Yeah, I gotta remember to use my active abilities more often. Are we not done yet? Guy's very tired. He's... Oh, I see. I have to hit end battle. Rematch. No, I'm good. I do appreciate that I can rematch. You know, saying that, like... we only lost, like, a little bit. 21 people. That's not bad. I like dwarves. They don't die. Most of the time. I mean, it also depends on the media you're experiencing. There's definitely a lot of dwarven media that I've read where it's just dwarves dying left and right.
Is yours, my lord. But what about the fate of those?
Okay. So, we can do a couple of things. We can actually attract replacements. We can drink to Oh, here we go. Triumph deserves a celebration. Bring out the Bugmans. So this gives us unit experience, income from all buildings, and +5 control. We can replenish our army by 5%, or we can execute and loot. So we could get some money off of these guys. It's not much. I think we're going to go for drink to victory. I think very consistently, I'm probably just going to go drink to victory. I don't know. It's maybe not as good as I think it is, but it just feels wrong not to.
Of lands is the surest path to supremacy in war. Through territorial gains comes great wealth and the power to raise forces to defend it.
Okay, so capture and occupy Karak Bufdar. It is Bufdar. I was like actually questioning it for a hot second there. It's like there's no way. Garrison details, overview. The vault. Okay, that's something else. Recruit a new lord to lead a force. So we could actually pull these guys off if I wanted to. It would cost me some money. And we currently have no heroes. I forget.
Lord of the England.
Okay, so we can also recruit units, but only when garrisoned in a camp stance or in the in-camp stance, and local reinforcement or recruitment not available in foreign territory. Would make sense. So what's with the arrow up on this guy? I have no idea.
Ready.
Well, what do we think? Can we take...
To battle.
Can we take it? We didn't take too much
The
damage.
city has been reached, and your warriors are prepared for battle, mighty lord. Study your options, nevertheless. Encircling the enemy and starving them out may be the wisest course of action.
Okay. So we have a couple of options. We can encircle.
Kill him. Nice kill.
What does this do? So we would force them to come to me. We can auto-resolve, fight a battle, or break a siege. Lift the siege and retreat. Ah.
Joey, attack.
So if I wait... Okay, oh, we have unassigned skill points. Got it. So this is Thane. He's already got immortality. Oh, so these are the heroes that I've picked up. So, weapon strength against greenskins. I mean, we are fighting greenskins. That's not a bad move. We also have training action, unit experience gain increased. Yeah, so these are the ghosts that I've picked up. Spread control. Controls modified by an additional 1. Additional camp casualties. Extra success chance for assassination. Assaulting units. Or specialist. I think for now I'm going to just go for Ancestral Grudge. And Blade Master. Melee attack, melee defense, or charge bonus. How does charge bonus work? Melee attack and damage when charging. I don't think I'm going to be charging that much. So, as silly as it sounds, I'm probably just going to go for big tank on Thane. I think that's each of them too. Because yeah, each of these guys can be boosted a couple of times. It's a rune of speed. So that gives them some rune magic. We also have this, but it has to be rank 12. Master of the Forge. Oath gold from buildings. Local province. Interesting. And then more Ancestral Grudge if I want to do that. Don't hate it. Damage walls. Additional damage to wall breaches. Hero action. Sharpen weapons. I'm just going to kind of mess with some of these. I truly do not know, sadly, which of these are going to be the most useful. Okay, bonus armor. Oath and Steel seems to be mostly armor. Ooh. Wrath and Rune is like an actual nuke spell, so let's snag that one. We've done Thane. Dragmar. I don't know who Dragmar is. Is he part of my squad? Okay, Dragmar is also one of them. So it's King Lun. So it's really just Belgar. He's the only one that hasn't gotten a couple of rank points, I think. Okay, so break open the cast. Reduce cooldown for restock. Ability number for restock. So you can restock as ammo. It's not a bad idea. We can also have them either do Grudge Raker, double... Okay, so this is a shotgun. Decrease range, increase number of projectiles, or longer range. Which is more valuable. Fire damage and explosion, or sharpshooter ammunition, increase range, anti-infantry. So effectively, yeah, do we want to turn him into a sniper? Or a dude with a shotgun? Dude with a shotgun, clearly. Okay, carry a big stick. So, deploy outside the deployment zone and frightens all nearby units. That's not bad. Percussive maintenance, extra HP and defense. armor and armor-piercing weapon damage. Let's go carry a big stick, because that's kind of good. Movement range increase, steel technology. I don't know how to do the steel technology action, but I might want to invest in that. Okay, and then lastly we had... Was it King Lun? King Lun. Okay. Keep the gate rank 8. Has immortality. And do I want to just do Blade Master? Let's just do that for now. Nice big tanky dudes. Okay, recruit grudge settlers. Oh. But... Wait, can we? Cannot recruit... I see, so we've got to get our tier up. And there's also regiments of renown. But... yeah, I need to be a higher rank. Alright. Building upgrade available. Oh. Okay. So I can upgrade the barracks, so I could get some more dudes. This is maxed out until we have more population. I don't fully know. Okay, so military support, military recruitment, the deeps, defense, and infrastructure. So, I see. So prevents making the trinket maker. So income generated and reduce construction costs for all buildings, local province. Or we can do income and oath gold. What's oath gold used for? Use of the forge, creating magic items. Gotcha. So this just generates more oath gold for me. This just makes it cheaper to make stuff. We also have growth and replenishment. So that's actually kind of good if we want to get more population around here. Well, all things considered, I think let's go for the oath gold. And yeah, do I want to get this? Sure. Okay, end turn, let's see if they come for me. Okay, what? Something happened over there. So fast forward seems like it makes it go faster. It's not something I hold, I just toggle it.
I advise you to find ways to further your methods of war. Put your best minds to work on research that can improve your knowledge and practices.
Okay.
You would do well to strengthen your armed forces, for in such dangerous times, it pays to be prepared to meet the enemy. Yet be sure to keep an eye on your expenditure, for any standing army must be maintained with gold.
Cool, so we've gained some armor, we've done our research. We can do more. So we can do gather the throngs, recruitment cost reduced, or growth plus 10. For now, that's going to take 3 turns. Let's just do Way of the Guilds. Set that off, and let's take a look. So we do have the armor of silvered steel. Might as well slap it on him. Yeah, so you can only equip one thing to one character. Could actually consider it putting it on some of the other guys. Alright, this ain't working. It doesn't seem like they're coming for me. Oh. Suffering attrition, sack value 2000. There will be a rebellion in 19 turns. Honestly, I think we just fight them. I mean, it's already a decisive battle. There's no point in wasting my time on something that... Well, I mean, there might be. It depends on how beefy this fortress is. If it's a chunker, this could be tricky. But, I mean, I'm sure people have already played this campaign or are experienced with this game are just like, this is not a problem. Just go for it. Oh, this isn't a problem at all.
Soldiers are ready to deploy for battle, my lord. They await your orders.
Okay. So we can do deployment, which lets me put my units in different places.
Kill the off-splitters!
I'm going to split these guys up, go kind of wide.
Ready!
Let's move them up a bit. This guy can hang out in the back, but I think the rest of these guys are all melee. Did take some damage. Should be fine. Yeah, could I do more? I guess the question is, what are they fielding? So I do see a Goblin Rider Cavalry unit on the left. Let's take a look at my units for a second, because I wasn't actually bothering with it previously. Oh, well, that's inconvenient. I know there's a way I can actually check these guys better. That ain't it. I mean, I guess we'll just take the long way. Infantry. Okay. Dwarf warriors. Charge defense against large foes, armored and shielded. Miners. Armored, armor piercing, good against gates. Miners, blasters. What else do I have in my army? So I got miners, dwarf warriors. Oh, well, we do have the hammerers. So what are hammerers good at? Armor piercing, damage deal. Armored, armor piercing, damage dealers. So we really don't have anything that's particularly good against cavalry. So I think I'm going to set those guys over there. Move this over here. I mean, honestly, if I want to be really tricksy, what I could do is actually put a lot of my army up over here. Though I guess running up and down a hill might be a problem. Mostly thinking, well, you know, the alternative is they do have some archers. I could actually just hang out in the trees. I don't know. Let's... the only problem with hanging out in the trees... Can I undo? Damn. Yeah, the problem with hanging out in the trees mostly boils down to slow and possibly boring. And we wildly outmuscled them, so I don't think we need that. So let's just start battle. Let's have these guys charge there. We're gonna have these guys very much specifically aim for the Goblin Riders.
Position your troops accurately in battle.
Battle ready!
Oh, nice of them to line up like that for me.
Blow through!
What is the range on my actual ranged units?
Die!
Because what I can do is kind of put the hill to my back. Bring these guys over here.
Vengeance!
Because we want to just kind of plink them.
Move! Dwarf warriors! Move! Yes! Strike out!
Your troops will fire at will without orders to the contrary, Commander. Have them conserve their ammunition, if you so wish.
Okay. I should pause. So Fire Will is a unit ability shared by all missile units. When firing at will, units select their own units to fire unless told otherwise. Where are they? There they are. Oh, yeah. Seems like we're on fire at will. Just by default. That's more or less what we want.
Dwarf warriors! Pump those dwarf
I figure
warriors!
worst comes to worst, all I have to do is just kind of lure them in with ranged attacks.
For the High King! Dwarf warriors! It is a reckoning!
And for whatever reason, his cavalry does not feel like being here. Now, I do notice one more set of axemen. Move over here. It seems like, okay, he's starting to come for me.
Rock out! Let's just bleed for the club!
Really wish this had like an attack move, to be honest.
Let's settle some grudges! For the ancestor gods!
Oh god. They're just not fighting.
Hammerers!
That's unfortunate for me.
Charge!
Okay, let's pause for a second.
Come under fire, Commander. Have them find cover or eliminate the source.
Okay, support specialist. He's asleep for some reason, I don't know. Restock entrenchment. Let's just do that. Missile specialist. Oh, god damn it. Am I protecting my... Yeah. Kind of messed this one up. Okay. Yeah, for whatever reason, I've got this group of hammer fighters. Wow, yeah.
Do not engage. Keep them at beard's wife.
Okay. Bring these guys back a little bit. I've got a bunch of axe boys that can move in instead.
For the colors encore. Descendant of Lord.
Okay, how's this doing? Actually, since you guys are right there... We seem to be doing something reasonably well. Oh. Pause. Here's where my runic magic is. Okay. Range. Do I want to boost these guys? Probably. Can I actually do multiple of these? Yeah, let's do Wrath and Rune. Well, that's fun.
Ready.
Okay, seems like the cavalry got messed up really hard. And are running.
The enemy commander runs from the field, my lord. And a sorry spectacle it is too. His army will surely follow.
Alright. So, apart from the, me completely whiffing my, defense of my own melee units, we're otherwise doing fine. Let's actually go over here and just wail on those goblin archers. They don't threaten me too much. They seem to be pretty chunky. Okay, we don't have any other active abilities that I should be using, yeah? We got this one. Where is this guy? Where are you going? Retrospect speed might have been a good idea, but that's okay. I mean, we win. Could I have done that better? Yeah. I think part of it was I was really hoping my dwarves were going to reposition just a little bit faster, but of course, short legs, no. We still did well, all things considered. At least to the point where I didn't lose any units. All I have to do is probably just rest. Yeah, there we go.
The defenses have fallen, my lord. The fate of those that remain is yours to determine.
Okay, so we can sack, raise, loot and occupy, or just occupy. Province stability and a conquest penalty. I think we want to just occupy. Alright. So your kin entrenched deep within Carrick-Hiern have received word of your grit during your expansion. They hail the rightful king of the Eight Peaks and offer their loyalty and aid to your mission to reunite the everlasting realm. So we can confederate with them, so that just adds them to our kingdom, more or less. Just take money, become friends, we're confederating. Okay, so next is capture and occupy Carrick Buftar, which we did?
Revenge incarnate.
Okay, so now we have access to this zone. So military recruitment. Resources. Gives me a little bit more money. I don't hate that. Because otherwise I could look into the tinker and other things. Let's go with the woodsman's hut. That's a nice basic. Okay, so these guys out of things to do? Yeah, we're going to let them rest. I don't think we can do anything else anyway. Can't move. Increase mobility, scouting, training. Yeah, those are good. And that's the armor. Oh, does he have some skill points to spend? He does. So this is Belgar. So inspiring presence, unit experience gained per turn, Lord's Army. I like that. Campaign movement range. We also have more armor. Let's go for inspiring presence. And what else do we have? The melee defense for miners, dwarf warriors, and longbeard units. Thunderer, ammo for rangers. See missile strength. Melee attack for slayers, doomseekers, giant slayers, tactician. He is, well, I mean, I mostly just have axe wielders, so it seems like a not bad idea to just go for more axe wielding. What do we also have? So chance of intercepting an enemy using tunneling, Wallmaster, siege, pure beard, reduce corruption, local province, and then mason. Let's go axe lord. That should be good enough.
See that much of this area lies under your control. Complete the acquisition of this province, and you will gain complete dominion over those that exist there.
Okay, keep taking a look at each of these guys. So reduce cooldown, overcast. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go for that. Being able to just nuke something routinely seems useful. Especially if I don't have anything else.
Lord of the England.
Okay, so percussive maintenance gives some extra health and damage. We also have flash bomb. What's that do? X area affects all enemies in range. Let's snag that. Just having some useful abilities isn't a bad move. Oh, we also have this guy. So this is Carrick Hearn. Okay, so we have a lot of stuff. So they're kind of far away. We have that. How do I check general? What is this? Grudges incurred. Okay, so we have grudges. Main problem is
Let us be about this.
they don't have that much.
Recruitment is available to boost your armies far from home, my lord. Yet such flexibility comes at a price. Build your forces close to home where possible.
Okay, so I'll give him the potion of toughness for now. Looks like you can fuse items too. So the other thing I want to check is this guy has no skill points. He could be anything. Alright. Mostly has dwarf warriors, couple of quarrelers, couple of thunderers, and a grudge thrower. So he's actually got a wider variety. Upkeep is rough, actually.
My axe thirsts for war.
So we probably need to think about that kind of soon. So we have a trinket maker there. Yeah, because I picked these guys up, I actually have less money. Okay, looks like we're getting a little bit more soon. Which faction is this? Oh, these are Imperials. We're probably fine. Wait, what is this? Skaven Blight. So the Thagaraki Menace. Ah, so we want to control Skaven Blight and destroy that faction entirely. Alright, that's an option. We also have Glacier Lake. Doesn't seem like there's anything specifically there. Okay. Province, Broken Nose. Yeah, is there a way I can check?
Let me think about it.
Does he even have anything with him? I have no idea. Yeah, the main question mostly boils down to, do I want to try and chuck this group down in here? Because I could try and recruit some more units, but the upkeep is rough. But I might need it anyway. Where's my goal? Because I'm assuming somewhere is this mountain that I'm aiming for. Okay, this is Karak 8 Peaks right here. That's the grudgiest of grudges. So, everything that is in kind of this purple-blue is mine. The main question is also, oh yeah, these guys hate me. Do these people hate me? I'm assuming is so.
Onward.
And yeah, these guys can't move very far. Oh, we also have this location. Main settlement chain building. We need more population, need more money, can't do anything else here in the Black Mountains. Unless we want to have these guys march out. Garrison Lord not moved. So we could start walking down here. Screw it.
Axes, lads. We move.
Okay, and we have a commandment available. Are these? So control and corruption, both go from buildings, income from buildings, growth, construction cost, tradable resources, recruitment cost, or that. So let's take a look. Our control is not great. Current collecting income confederation. Control is deteriorating. No corruption. So either I could go for the High King's tribute for a little bit more money, or we can try and gain some control. Well, considering the extra money would be like barely anything. Let's just go with that. And end turn. Nice to have a second army running around. Let's see. Yeah, so I'll probably just try and take out that other camp nearby. Nice part is, eventually, once I've wiped things out... Ooh. Ironclaw orcs have convinced Scabby Eye to join their confederation. We also have Way of the Guild, so dwarves like me better. And let's take a look at tech. So, heavy cornstones gives us automatic growth. Is not a bad idea. Otherwise, I could do Gather the Throngs, recruit more units. Problem is, I can't afford them. So I think we're going to go for heavy cornstones, focus on base building and other things. Okay, so we have Vicious Glob Spit. It's an option. He's doing mustering. How far can these guys move? Well, they are pretty peaked out. Yeah, these guys have not moved. Do I want to... I think I'm gonna have to.
The foul taint of this place weakens your warriors, my lord. Do not linger here without good reason.
Saying trespassing will have diplomatic issues. Problem is, I think I'm gonna have to just fight these guys. Because where else could I go? Not far.
Attack!
These guys are unfriendly with me anyway. Okay, no allies have decided to join this war. Okay. And
You need not grow
should you be able to fight them?
My lord, you do not need to oversee every skirp.
Okay, so I don't have to do this one if I don't want to. I could actually just do an auto resolve. Let's try it. Let's see how much damage we take. Probably would have been better not, but that's okay. So we can do unit experience, income for buildings, local province, control local province. Or we could just replenish the army. It's not huge. Beer.
Let us begin.
Okay, neutral province capital. They're a different faction. Oh, that was just the Skull Takers. That was just a whole faction there. Black Venom Greenskins. Well, they do have Steggert and some other things, and that could be...
Such an action would surely lead to war. As glorious as that is, proceed only if you desire.
something to worry about. Pyrrhic victory. Let's break siege. Let's not do that.
Your army has marched all it can, my lord. They must rest.
Aye.
I think I'm just gonna have them walk back. Okay, unassigned skill points. Okay. Might as well just do Inspiring Presence for now. Okay, we have a building upgrade available. So I could get a trading warehouse. Would give me more money. It's a high upkeep, or high initial cost, but I think it's worth it. And yeah, to some degree, I'm actually kind of okay with declaring a couple of wars and having these guys come for me. Because I can potentially bait them out and then take their keeps after they've come after me. Or not.
A watchful eye must be kept open.
Okay, so it just wants me to have a positive income. That should be easy.
Moving your folk around the mountains, sire. Much time can be saved when traveling below ground.
No. The Underway. Sure. Underway permeates the map. Okay. Army can move into the Underway by activating the Use Underway stance. Disappear from their original location, reappear at their destination. Useful. Good stuff.
Impossible. True King. On my way.
Alright.
Joey, attack.
Karakazor. I can continue siege, or I can fight them. That is actually a lot. Let's see, Winds of Magic Power Reserve. So he seems actually kind of chonky. I can do a quick save here. What I'm thinking is we just continue, we're just going to siege this area. Just make it bad for him.
My axe thirsts for what?
Yeah, no siege equipment. Labor force available per turn. I see. So we can spend an amount on this. So, oh, we can wipe out the garrison from attrition. Break down gates, morale of those within. I'm just going to do that for now. And then end turn.
Summon me if you dare.
They're just going to run back. Let's see. Yeah. Are these courses of action good? Oh, they're attacking me this time. Decisive victory, casualties low. Cool. Turns out sieges work. Piss them off enough and then they'll just come after me. Oh, because the actual garrison isn't coming after me. It's just his his available forces, though it does say allies 1,266. So this might be one of those that I'd put myself in a somewhat defensive place and hang out. Because let's take a look at what he's actually fielding.
Enemies field are both many and varied. Mastery of their strengths and weaknesses will leave you.
Okay. So, big thing I'm noticing. I can't see his units. Alright. So in that case... I'm just gonna hang out in the trees.
You may use the hills, valleys, and stranger formations of this place to your advantage, Commander. The terrain can conceal your foe.
Okay. So he's gonna spread out along that. The main question is he gonna come after me? Let's speed this up for a little while.
The forest may be used to conceal your movements, Commander. Close with the enemy under cover of the trees to retain the element of surprise.
Because yeah, it looks like...
Ground is yours, Commander. Be sure to use it to best advantage.
That's kind of good. Let's slow this down a little bit. Alright. So now we're starting to shoot them from the trees, but they're going to have to come at me. I'm not seeing too many mounted units unless squigs count. They're war beasts, but that's it.
Dwarf warriors! Forward!
And my hidden units are revealed, but they should already kind of know where I am. Let's just speed this up a little bit. Okay, let's pause. Do this guy. Rune of Oath and Steel, Wrath and Rune. Okay, unpause him.
To battle! Vengeance!
Okay, what about these guys?
Speak my lord's will! Dwarf warriors!
My only fear is this, yeah.
Anu! They have wronged us!
Yeah, that he might go for my ranged units. Alright, let's go back to him. Pop both of those.
The clans unite! Aye!
Alright. Hit him with some bonuses.
Attack the arms! Dorica! I keep my own!
Yeah, just keep fighting these guys.
Stood! Battle ready!
Okay. Terrain.
Let the vengeance begin!
Yeah, they're not currently going for any of my ranged units, which I'm actually super happy about. Valid target. Target's ally. Okay, don't do that one.
Dwarf warriors!
Okay, I'm gonna switch some of these guys to start going for those cavalry.
Your warriors tire, mighty lord. Their exertions dull their ability to fight. Give them time to rest, even amidst the thickest of battles.
I don't know if I can do that. Alright.
Vengeance!
Pull these guys out for a bit. They're getting kind of demolished. Whatever that AoE is actually kind of stinky.
Dwarf warriors! Descendant of Lord! I? Kill 'em all! They have wronged
Okay, bring these guys over here. Probably just tell my dudes to stop running for now. Okay. That spells for a bit. Alright. Oof. I think I'm still doing reasonably well here, but this is definitely a pain. Okay, what else do we have? Another Rune of Wrath. Toss that out there. Okay. What else do we have? Okay, so I'm going to have him entrenched for the time being. Let's focus on taking out those trolls in the back. I'll bring these guys over here. Because, yeah, those trolls are starting to do some damage to my ranged units. And it's not great. Nobody is sleeping. And yeah, this entire mess is still going strong. Okay, we got it. That was more effort than I thought it was going to be, but they did have reinforcements. Kind of figured as much. Well, forced them to lose 3 times as much as we did. And we didn't actually lose any armies. We just have to let them heal. Should be fine. The main question is, are we going to get the chance to heal? Because they might. Okay, army replenished. Because that would give me 10% on some of my units. I don't know, more Gorog. Let's see how this goes.
Money is the lifeblood of success and glory.
Alright. Ooh, Potion of Farsight. On Belgar Ironhammer. We also get Crown of Command. Ooh. Income of 3,000. Current income is 18. It's going to take a little bit of effort. So the immediate problem that I'm looking at here is if I try and take him out, it does say decisive victory. I think I'm just going to continue the siege. I'm not going to heal here is the one tricky bit. But I am going to get stronger. So this is Belgar Ironhammer, right? Yeah. Okay, anybody else have a skill point? No. Looks like it was just Belgar. Because, yeah, if I can punch down Kraka Azur, that's probably a good thing. What is this? Oh, that's the 8 peaks. So that's only going to take one more turn. Diplomacy, we do not have access to the forge yet. We need 200 oath gold, and we have 30. So, I think I'm just going to save again. Just in case I need to retreat. I don't know how much they're going to be able to reinforce themselves inside the city. And yeah, I'll just have Alaric heal, and then once we have a little bit more money, I can give him some units. Really, I want to just have both of these groups as kitted out as possible so I can chuck him at things. I think right now we don't have a numbers advantage, and that does not help.
For the wisdom of Valea.
Okay, so we now have that. Win 10 battles with a single hero character. Currently it's 3. Oh, that's fine.
No, a beardling's mistake.
Alright, let him heal. So what is this? Construction cost reduced, tempting, or King Share, Oath gold from buildings. Dwarven Grims, Dwarven Treasuries, Toolmaker Guild. Seems like the lower section is mostly income related. It's definitely some income too, but there's a lot of construction time and recruitment rate. So I think we go King's Share. Not that I'm really getting much Oath Gold at the moment. Okay, how are these guys doing? Yeah, not in foreign territory.
Time for a reckoning. No, I will not shame.
Can I give him an action? Oh, stance. Raiding in camp. Tunneling.
As the High King commands, my axe thirsts for war. No.
Because in retrospect, I can just have him tunnel underneath and go reinforce these guys. Still kind of learning the ins and outs of the dwarves here, but it's not too bad.
Raid the lands of the enemy, mighty lord. Send your warriors out to slaughter the peasants and burn their villages. Make the enemy fear you.
For the Daemons crown.
Okay, so now I have reinforcements. Control large army. At this point, decisive victory. Yeah, let's give this a shot. Let's just cancel the battering rams. I don't know if we need them. Especially because we have the miners. Let's quick save just in case we do need that, though. Because, yeah, I've never done a siege, and I'm curious to see what it looks like. Because I could keep waiting until he gets pissed off, but... why? Easier to just roll in. I was kind of hoping I could get cleric units or something that would actually heal my guys in the field. But I assume that's kind of a sparing thing, not easy to get your hands on. Alright, let's take a look at this sucker.
And ready to attack. The enemy fortifications are formidable, but with perseverance they may be overcome. Drive out the foe and claim this place for yourself.
Okay, learn about sieges. Bah. Yeah, there's no ways in. So we've got gates and we've got walls. I'm just gonna start and see what he's got.
Siege weapons are in position, my lord, and are ready to begin their assault. Begin your advance.
I wonder what my reinforcements show up.
True king of air beings. It is a reckoning. Zulrika! Going now! Dwarf warriors! We demand blood! Move
Okay, I'm just gonna set that up.
Vengeance!
Have these guys pull back, because they're taking some damage.
Pick your targets well! Anad! Dwarf warriors!
I wonder if I actually would have been better off with a...
Miners! It is a reckoning!
I wonder if I would have been better off with a... Where are these guys? Oh, what are you guys doing over here? I aim this right here. I don't know if that's going to work exactly.
Nothing can stop us!
Alright. Yeah, we want to try and take out their archers on the walls, if possible. And I might lose an army here.
Mine! Move now! Go!
Pull those guys back.
For the Karazanko!
Because as soon as I gain their walls, this is easy.
Be it ready!
Oh, what the hell are they doing over there? Oh, they were in the tower.
I will have vengeance! Vengeance calls! Runes of smiting upon them. Miners! Pump those dwarfen legs!
Okay, let's just pull those guys back.
Hammer us!
Like, we might just lose some units here. I'd prefer not to. But if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. Now. Get him in there. Just take the wall, I suppose.
The clans unite! Obey me!
Alright. Just have him entrenched for the time being. Alright, let's take a look at these guys. Unfortunately, not much I can do.
Battle ready!
Yeah, we can kind of take the walls.
Miners!
Okay, good. They're out.
Rage fast!
I think we did lose our hammerers. No, they're there.
I keep my oaths! Hammer us! Scoff!
The walls are just kind of chaos here. Maybe not in the best way. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it wants me to fire anything on that wall.
For the High King! Very well!
I'm gonna retreat these guys at this point.
Kill them!
They're looking pretty bad. How are these guys doing? Fielding, but yeah, too far away.
For the Karaz Anchor! Yes! Yes! Ready to strike!
Okay.
Now we attack!
Probably just focus all my guys there. It seems like a decent chunk of his units are all just... Oh, are they going to try and stop me out this direction? Hard to say, actually. I'm seeing units running around, but most of them are pretty drubbed.
Delegate Ironhammer! Move! Drag out! On the way! Move!
Yeah, luckily my ranged units are still doing a thing. These guys are doing fine. How's the fight cloud doing? The big issue is mostly just these. Oh, and we get the victory. Sick. I don't think I lost anybody, but that was expensive. Well, was it, actually? I don't know, we were already pretty wounded. Yeah, that was more expensive than I would have liked. But he's only got a little bit left, and if I attack with Alaric next time, especially because his units are full health and have siege weapons, we can probably do more. I'm learning. Do I take it? Okay, well, counts as a decisive victory, so I'll take it. Okay, so we can occupy it? Absolutely.
Summon me if you dare. To war!
Alright, rad.
That is unthinkable.
Your forces rule this province. Any contesting claim to this territory has been...
Okay, so we can actually do a command in here. Probably venerate the ancient for the time being. So I could boost the gate, increases income generated by a little bit. I mean, it's not terrible. My main one mostly would be hopefully getting more money. I mean, isn't a bad idea. Actually, so this is Karak Azor. Sure. Let's start working on that. Okay, and we also have Orc's Bane. Leadership against greenskins. And, yep, Commandment on the Realm. We also gain some more armor, and we've destroyed the Broken Noses. We also have some skill points to invest in. I'm going to keep going Axe Lord. I think very much Belgar is going to be my Axe group. Just lean in on that kind of hard. And then we'll try a different... we'll have some other leaders with other abilities, probably.
Revenge incarnate.
Foe Seeker. What does that one do? Speed and vigor per second. Sure. Alright, anything else?
What?
I'm really hoping we get a, Forge Fire. Passive ability. X. So, everything within 35 meters of him just is vulnerable to being hit.
Lord of the Angler.
Another Foe Seeker.
Zulrikas.
Okay, so this is carry a big stick. Armor piercing weapon damage. Otherwise we could get like Resolute, charge bonus, ancestral grudge, or break open the casks. I haven't felt like he's low on ammo. But I don't know. I think we mostly want to try and get this one. So let's go for technical enhancements for now.
My axe thirsts for war.
Okay, so this is Alaric. He's a little bit more all-rounder. So I do like the idea of him potentially having like Fire and Fury. Even if I don't have any Scolder Guards or Flame Cannons. Because I think currently he's still got plenty of... Well, I mean, what else do we have? That's ammo. The Beast Slayers. What does he use? Does it even matter? It is legitimately difficult to tell if any of these affect him. So Slayers, Doomseekers, Giant Slayers, Slayer Pirates, Hammerers, and Ironbreaker units. So yeah, let's make him kind of the hammery guy. I don't know how much any of that matters. We'll have to see if I can actually trade units between groups. Of course, he has no hammerers. Yeah, I could disband, I could merge. There's a lot of stuff I could do. But I think I could also stop here and say, this has been fun. I really like this. The more slow tactical warfare combat feels very good to me. And the kingdom building aspects feel actually a lot more like substantial. I want to say it's very might and magic-y, but again, I don't play a whole lot of these games. I mostly played like Civ when I was younger, and then I played a whole mess of like Endless Legend, which I don't think really counts. They're similar. I can definitely like feel those similarities there, but not in such a way that I feel like I need to. Who's Grimhold? I think that might be more dwarves.
Yes.
I think I'm just gonna have to appeal to them, question mark. Rock Iron Pick. Yep, they are dwarves. So yeah, I think next up we'd probably clear out this area, or we just really start rushing for the greatest of grudges. So yeah, I think we actually maybe work on that. So who's Matorka? Ogre Kingdoms. Yeah, so we'd start pushing in here and start clearing this out. But for now, at least, I might as well say that, yeah, Total War Warhammer 3 has been out for a while, since 2022, but it's still getting regular DLC packs, and probably we're going to get a fourth one at some point, maybe? maybe not. I kind of hope they start over. Start fresh and switch to Sigmar instead, mainly because I'm a huge sucker for Age of Sigmar, and I very much want to play around with it. Because, yeah, I'm technically covering the turn end UI here. Whatever, I don't think that was really a problem. Mainly just because I want to see the factions that I play with represented as opposed to, Warhammer Fantasy. But maybe that's just me. But now is a very good time to pick this game up, as it is currently $20. It does only have a certain fraction of the factions that I was showcasing in the beginning of the video. If only because you have to buy the rest as DLC or as part of the previous games or the previous game's DLC. It is pretty expensive, but it is really neat to see that all of the factions from 1 and 2 carried up into this one from what I can tell, and I think that is neat, and there's nothing quite like that. But I guess with all that said, if you like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like, it helps more than you know, and if you want to see more rad new games every single day, then hit subscribe because I got tons to check out and show off. But for now, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.